Here's a Franchise Conference Finals report from 107.7 The Franchise.
Greetings, Thunder fans. Considering what's at stake, tonight's 112-77 loss to the San Antonio Spurs might be the worst loss of the season. Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook had 15 points each. The Thunder were in it until about 3 minutes remaining in the first half, and then a flurry of three-pointers, two by Danny Green and one by Manu Ginobili, blew out the Thunder at the end of the half. Oklahoma City never recovered in the second half, and now the Thunder go home down 2-0 in the best-of-7 Western Conference Finals series. Let's go to the podium now, and we start with a very somber Greg Popovich.
Hey, Greg, this was a 6-point game with a couple minutes left in the first half. What happened there in your assessment in the final couple minutes there?
I don't remember. I'm assuming we probably made some shots. Maybe they turned it over. I don't know.
Can you talk about your defense tonight on, especially on Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook's? I think they were 16 for 40 in the game.
Well, whenever great players have nights like that, it's never one thing. I'm sure at times we guarded them well, and I'm sure at times they had open shots that they didn't make. It's always both those things. It's never one.
When you look back on this game, however briefly you may do so, what will stand out to you?
I thought our transition was better in this game than it was in game one. And I thought that just in general, defensively, we were pretty active. We had active hands, created some turnovers. So I thought our defense was solid tonight, more so than game one.
The play where Manu is throwing the pass from one corner to Danny Green in the other corner, do you have anyone else on your roster that can make that throw, or is that unique to Manu?
I'd rather not comment on who does what on what play, if you don't mind.
Can you talk about Danny Green, looking back from 2012 up until now, how much he's grown in his confidence as far as playing within the team but still getting his shots?
Well, you're right. He's come a long way. We cut him a couple of times, and other people cut him, and he went to Europe, and he went to Russia, and he went to the D-League, and he went all over the place. But, the light went on, and he became a little bit more aggressive so that he could play at the defensive end also. But I think his confidence, grew shooting-wise, and I think that he gets a lot of credit for persevering and ending up where he is right now.
Pop, you hit the threes, but especially Green, but it was a layup drill. Or anything unusual? Are you doing anything differently to spring those guys loose?
No, not that clever.
Pop, is one of the big differences in Danny Green this year more threes in transition, quicker in the shot clock than last year?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that stat to see, what he does. If he's open, I want him to shoot it.
Any more questions? Pop,
Yes,
just speak about the head of your snake in Tony Parker and his performance tonight.
Well, Tony, he runs the engine for us. His aggressiveness and his ability to find people both at the same time really keep us aggressive and active offensively. And defensively, he works very hard at it. So, he's, as you said, he is the head of the snake for sure.
Yeah, Pop, you had to take Leonard out early in the first, halfway through the first quarter, foul trouble. Didn't put him out in for a long time. Durant didn't do very much on the court when Leonard was on the bench. How key was that to keeping the game under control?
Well, we like to have Kawhi out there because of his length, and theoretically at least, one would think he makes it tougher for Kevin. But we wanted to have him for the second half, so I kept him out a little bit longer than maybe I normally would have with two fouls. But as you said, during that period, we were able to get away with it. So it worked out.
Obviously, we feel we're much better than what we how we played tonight. We understand San Antonio is a very good basketball team, but we also understand that we're a much better team than we played tonight. We got 3 or 4 days to figure it out. We will continue to figure things out as a group, like we've always have done, and come back Sunday and play a much better basketball game. They did a great job. They held serve. We've been in this position before. We definitely don't want to be in this position, but we are. It's one loss. All we're focused on now is just getting one win in Game 3. We're not looking to hold serve at our court. We're looking to get one win, and that's Game 3. And we're going to do it as a group, and we've always done it as a group. And this is another moment for our team to keep working together and figuring out answers going into the next game.
Scott, only 5 made three-pointers, only 5 made free throws, only 10 attempted. What does that tell you? Is that part of the problem?
It tells me that we only took, I think, 3 free throws the last 3 quarters. We're a very high free throw shooting team. Our offense is good when we're attacking and getting to the free throw line. I don't know. We didn't get to the line. Obviously, we were going to look at every play and see if we did get fouled on those, but no, we didn't. Then we only got 10 free throws, 3 in the last 3 quarters.
Scott, I know you're talking about your group and prideful and all of that, but you haven't been blasted like this in the playoffs since you've been in Oklahoma City. What's the mindset, the frustration level of the players? And I mean, it wasn't just a loss; it was epic for your franchise. How do you
absolutely, we're disappointed. We're disappointed in how this game turned out. We had a really good quarter going, actually a good half, about 22 minutes, and then that 2:30 timeout in the third quarter or the second quarter, they hit 3 threes. Green hit 2, Ginobili hit 1. We turned it over 3 times in the last 2:30, and we took a couple of tough shots. And we didn't do a good job of responding after that run. It's something that we've taken pride in closing out quarters. That closeout quarter wasn't good in that second quarter. And then we started the third quarter, missed some shots, turned it over, and got beat on a couple of backdoor actions. It's not good enough. We're disappointed in our performance, and we have to make a few adjustments and come back better.
Yes, Scott, you said that you've been in this situation before, going home down 2-0, but it doesn't feel the same because of the way you played. How do you get the guys back to where you got them 2 years ago?
Well, it's definitely doesn't feel good, and it shouldn't. I hope our entire locker room doesn't feel good. You shouldn't feel good. We got our butts kicked. But we have a good opportunity to come back and win Game 3. We have to play a well-balanced, multiple-effort, 48-minute game to beat this team. But it's very possible. It's not something that we have to play special, but we're going to have to play better. We definitely, all our focus is going to be on Game 3.
Is this a situation where you have to look at some different combinations, or just guys didn't play well?
Well, guys didn't play well. I don't think anybody on our team played well, including myself. We have to do a better job collectively. We're going to have to, obviously we didn't hit shots either. We were shot under 40%, 2 for 20 from 3, and only got to the free throw line 10 times. So offensively, we have to do some things much better. And we have a good group of guys, and we have to figure out who's the best group to play.
You only get 4 points from Collison, Perkins, and Cephalosha, similar to Game 1. I mean, with 3 of your starters not even combining for double figures, how can you win like that? How can you compete that way?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good on paper, but down the line, I don't think anybody feels good about how they played. So we gave up a lot of points. We held them in the mid-30s up until that 2:30-minute mark, and then they shot 50% as a team for the game. As a group, we got to play much better. It's obviously nobody on our team feels good about what happened tonight, and that's what I love about our group. We take a lot of pride in what we do, and on how we do it and who we do it with. And Game 3 is going to be a great moment for us to bounce back and play much better.
Coach, you talked about the shots, KD and Russell are 13 of 40. Talk about or assess the looks and shot selection.
Well, they didn't make shots tonight. Some of them were tough shots, but they didn't get to the free throw line. Russell shot 0 free throws. Kevin shot 5. That's part of their offensive package, is to get to the line. They didn't shoot the ball well. As a group, we shot 39%. We always do things as a group, and so as a team, we didn't shoot the ball well. We didn't get to the line. We got to play much better. I'm not harping on we didn't get to the line. We didn't play well. If we would have got to the line, it might have helped us, but I don't know if it would have made that big of a difference. They shot the ball extremely well. We helped them shoot the ball well, but you have to be on point at all 5 positions, like I said before the game. And I thought we did a pretty good job in the first quarter, in the first 10 minutes of the second quarter. And then they went on that run with the 3 threes, and we turned it over 3 times, and we didn't come out in the third quarter and do the defensive stance that we needed.
Danny Green made 5 more threes than your entire team. How did he get going? How do you stop that moving forward?
He's a 40% shooter, and we gave him some good looks. You give a 40% shooter good looks, he's going to make his share. And tonight, we didn't do a good job on him. He shot 10 threes. That's too many threes for him to take, let alone make 7.
Scott, frustration I think is understandable, but there seemed to be some signs of composure being lost. Saw Russ and Kevin going at it verbally a little bit a couple times. How concerning is stuff like that to you?
Well, that was during the break. We got frustrated with one another because we gave up the 3 threes. Those are the type of frustrations that I like in a basketball team. It's on the defensive end. We gave up some threes, and we wanted to make sure that did not happen going forward. That happens with every team. Kevin and Russell, obviously have a lot of respect for one another. But it was based off of defensive coverages. And I like that. I like that they were frustrated that we gave up those threes. We have to do a better job of closing quarters. We talked about this going into this series. We have to play solid basketball every possession, every minute. And San Antonio always do a good job of closing out quarters.
Tony, what does it say about your team that Kawhi, maybe your most valuable player in the playoffs, has no impact on this game and you still win by 35? What does that say about the depth and the makeup of this team?
I don't know. We just step up. The guys step up, and it was a great team win.
Tony, what happened at the last 7 minutes of the second quarter, the first 4 minutes of the third quarter where you guys blew it open? What changed for you guys? Why'd you play so well?
When?
The end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, where the game shifted. What went right for you guys?
I don't know. We had some key stops and pushed the ball. Got 2 big threes from Danny. End of the second quarter gives us a boost. And third quarter, we just kept making stops and pushing the ball and got some easy layups. Find Timmy 2-3 times to inside, and just after that, we had a big lead.
Tony, you not only had layups there, but you had them to begin the game and end of the game. There were layups. What's going on with the Thunder defense that allows you guys to shoot layup after layup?
We just try to move the ball. They have to make a decision. I have a lot of shooters around me, and so sometimes they come. If they come, I'll pass the ball, like game 1. If they don't come, I'll just go all the way to the basket.
Tony, do you sense them starting to fray maybe at all, just sort of composure? And these leads you guys are building, do you sense them that you're mentally taking an advantage? You are mentally having a big advantage on them?
No, not really. We just did our job. We won our first 2 games at home, and I'm sure they're going to go back and say we have to do our job and win 2 games at home. And we were in that position in 2012. We were up 2-0, and so I know after the game, nobody's very happy in our locker room. Everybody's very focused, and we respect that team. And we know that they're very capable to come back and they did that against us in 2012. So we're just very focused, and nobody's satisfied.
Tony, can you talk a little bit about Danny Green? I mean, just the role he got on and just how he's come along to the last few seasons.
Yeah, he's playing well. He's making shots. You know, when I penetrate, when Manu penetrate, you know, he's gonna benefit of all that. And he's a shooter, and that's his job. He made some shots tonight.
Manu says you guys got to be careful because a game like this, it's not real. You guys aren't going to blow them out.
Totally agree with Manu. That's why I say nobody was really satisfied after the game. You know, we were like, okay, it's just a win. You know, we just did our job, and let's focus to the next one. The next one is going to be the hardest one, and that's all we care about. This is game 3, and how can we keep playing, you know, well? Because we know OKC, they play very well at home.
Tony, after last year's final against Miami, was Danny Green kind of a marked man coming into this season? And has his role changed any at all in the offense?
Oh, he's got the same role. If he's open, he's going to shoot the ball.
Are you shocked that you continue to have guys under 30 minutes, and this is game 2 of the Western Conference Finals?
Not shocked. I feel lucky. You know, I don't know if it ever happened that I didn't play in the fourth quarter in the conference finals, but we'll take it. You know, we have a veteran team, and any rest we can get is going to help our team.
Durant and Westbrook, 13 for 40. Is it the goal to kind of keep them shooting jumpers as opposed to getting to the rack?
Yeah, you're not going to stop them, and we know they're going to keep being aggressive, and they're gonna score some points. That's for sure. We just try to make sure they take a lot of shots, you know, to score those points. And so far, we're doing a pretty good job. I think we can do even better, and so it's going to be harder to stop them at home, and we'll see what happens in game 3. A little bit better. I'm still doing a lot of treatment, and my goal is to hopefully Sunday I feel 100%. Right now I don't feel like it, but it's good enough to play.
Any more questions for Tony?
Just Thiago had no role in 2012, and he's played so well in the playoffs, and especially these last 2 games. Can you just talk about the development you've seen from him?
Yeah, Thiago is feeling more and more comfortable, and now he's got a bigger role, obviously, in the team, and he's playing great defense. And in offense, you know, I always feel like he's in the great pockets, you know, to pass the ball to the next guy or to finish. And obviously, with myself and Manu, he's gonna be open a lot, and he's playing very well.
For both you guys, Kevin, you know, you've been a part of a lot of great playoff runs with this franchise, but this was an epic defeat. Just what is your mindset, the way all of this happened, and going back to Oklahoma City now, down 0-2 in a big way?
I mean, down 0-2 in a big way. You know, we down 0-2. You know, if they'd have won this game by 1 point, we'd still been down 0-2. So, you know, it's easy for you to go and hide and run and be negative and clash, but it's hard for you to stay positive at a time like this. And, you know, when we lost by a lot, 2 games in a row, so it's hard for you to, you know, stay together. But, you know, we have a group full of guys that's not front runners, and we figure it out. That's all we got to do. Come in and figure it out, stay together.
Kevin, you said that there's times where you guys feel like tackling each other. Was tonight one of those nights?
No.
Okay.
Kevin and Russell, David Miguel, Fox 39 Sports. Can you talk about the importance of getting off to a good start at home in Game 3?
I just think it's important to come out and play our brand of basketball. Regardless if we're missing or making shots, just come out and defend like we're supposed to and play like we're supposed to play.
Guys, you are up 36-33, 7:18 to go. They go on a big run, end of the second, big run to begin the third. What was the biggest change there? I mean, was it just a matter of missing shots? What happened there?
I messed the game up in the end of the second quarter. You know, I got hit on the screen, and Danny Green got open for a 3. I overhelped, and he got another three. Then Ginobili hit the three. So, all those plays was on me. It's my fault, and I'll take full responsibility for it. I wish they wouldn't have happened. I can't get them back now, but I'll take that one and say we shouldn't have been down that much at halftime. But I made 3 bonehead plays.
Kevin, you talked a lot about continuing to trust your teammates, but there was a 17-minute stretch in the second quarter to the third quarter. You guys were outscored 46-16, and you and Russ used 27 of 38 possessions. They went on a 46-16 run. Why'd you guys stop trusting the pass during that
We didn't
stretch?
stop trusting.
Why'd you guys stop moving the ball during that stretch?
We didn't.
Kevin, how do you explain it then? I mean, how you use 27 of 38 possessions and say you didn't stop moving the ball?
Because we're a focal point of offense.
First of all, do you guys feel more pressure, both of you, to make up for what Serge did scoring-wise?
No. I mean, we just gonna play the way we play, man. Regardless of what happens, we gonna play the way we play, man. Regardless of miss or make shots, man, we gonna live by it. That's how we won all season. We're not about to change now. We gonna continue to trust our teammates, continue to play our game, and continue to compete.
And can you guys divulge what your disagreement was at the end of the second quarter, or 109 left in the second quarter, going to timeout?
Yeah, we just, I was just getting on Kevin about some stuff, and he got on me right back, and that's what teammates do. That's what leaders do, man. We get on each other, we come back, and we talk about it, and then we come out, and like nothing ever happened.
40 shots between the two of y'all, and obviously that's your game, that y'all are the focal point. But can you assess the shot selection that y'all had?
I mean, we'll look at it on film, but a lot of those shots were in the paint, and we missed them. It's easy to say that now when we miss them, but when we make them 2 weeks ago, there's nothing said. So now, it's a problem we miss, but that's how it goes. We're gonna take it on the chest, and we're gonna be ready for Sunday.
Kevin, how much over the next 3 days do you spend reminding yourself what happened in 2012, same situation, and does tonight feel the same way after that game too?
I mean, we've been there before. I mean, that's all we can say. We try not to just, say since, we were down 0-2 2 years ago, and we end up winning, we'll do the same thing. We really got to figure it out on how we need to get better. And, we've always done that. So, we got to just stick together and believe in each other that we can come out and, try to get game 3 on Sunday. So, like Russ said, we've been playing a certain way for so long, and it got us here. So we need to continue to, stick what we do and just do it better. Simple enough.
Kevin, I know y'all know Danny Green's a good shooter. Is it just a matter of picking your poison because they have so many weapons? You really can't stop them all.
Yeah, I mean, they scored 66 points in the paint first game. So we just wanted to make a better effort of closing that up and also getting out to the shooters. And he has some big shots for him. So we gotta find him. He has 7 out of 10 tonight. I think he's shooting almost 70% from the 3 for the series. So we gotta figure out a way to make second and third efforts to get out to him and make him put it on the floor a little bit, but also get back in the paint. So we it's easier said than done, but we can do it.
Yeah, Russell, the game one, that's sort of an easy one to pin on Serge's absence with so many shots at the rim for them. But tonight, it seemed like offense joined the list as problem areas. Can't really pin that on Ibaka. Can you talk about what was wrong with the offense tonight?
Well, for one, we never pinned it on Ibaka. We don't put nothing on one individual on our team. That's what you did. So we didn't pin on nothing on Ibaka. And for two, offense wasn't a problem tonight, man. They just scored points, man. They made some good runs. Like Kevin said, we just gotta lock in defensively and find out, what we need to do as a unit.
They're hitting threes and did tonight, but they continue to get tons of layups. Can you talk about why they are and what you need to do to stop that?
That's a good question. It's easy for you guys to figure it out because y'all not playing, but for us, we just gotta fly around. We gotta make more efforts. We gotta play a little bit harder, and got to contest. We got to take away some things and from them, and then live with some of them as well, like those tough 2-pointers they shoot. Taking them off the line and then closing up the paint and getting out the shooters. Sounds easy, but it's hard to do. But like I said, we can do it. And of course, everybody's going to try to spread us apart. These next few days. But we never been a team that front runs. We always stick together no matter what. So we just gotta go out there and do it.
That's Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook. A strange 3-day break before Sunday's series resumes in Oklahoma City. It's an evening game, and there will be plenty of practices and shoot-arounds for us to follow more Thunder reports. We hope you'll tune in and watch them here at thefranchiseok.com. 112-77. The Thunder lose tonight. Oklahoma City now down 2-0 in the Western Conference Finals. In San Antonio with the Thunder, I'm David Garrett for 107.7 The Franchise.